There's a huge box out here that was just delivered with your name on it. Can one of you guys help me bring it in?
The world of Dance Moms was never short on drama, but one of the most chaotic, unforgettable, and controversial moments of Season 4 came when Abby Lee Miller introduced the Select Team. This supposed dream team was meant to shake things up and bring even more competition to the original ALDC girls. But instead of creating a powerhouse group, the Select Team found themselves in nothing but trouble, clashing with Abby, struggling to impress, and ultimately proving that replacing the original ALDC wasn't going to be easy. Let's take a deep dive into one of Dance Mom's most talked about storylines and break down all the drama that surrounded the Select Team's rocky time at the LDC. The birth of the Select Team, Abby's ultimate experiment. Season 4 of Dance Moms was already intense, but when Abby Lee Miller revealed that she was bringing in a new set of dancers to challenge the original team, things reached a whole new level of insanity. The Select Team was made up of talented dancers who had previously trained at other studios but were now thrown into the ALDC world, expected to dominate the competition and, let's be honest, oust the originals. The new lineup included standout dancers like T. Adamson, a fierce performer with stunning flexibility, J.C. Wilkins, a beautiful lyrical dancer with breathtaking technique, Sarah Reasons, another strong contender known for her gorgeous lines, McKaylee True, a polished and elegant dancer who had star potential, Cameron Beck, one of the most technical dancers Abby had ever worked with. With a roster like this, Abby was convinced that the Select Team would crush the original ALDC girls. But, of course, things didn't go as planned. The Originals versus the Selects. The feud begins. From the moment the Select Team walked into the ALDC studio, there was tension. The original girls, Maddie, Chloe, Kendall, Nia, Mackenzie, and Kalani, were not happy about these newcomers invading their space. The mothers of the original ALDC team, especially Melissa, Christy, and Jill, were even more furious. To them, Abby's decision to bring in a second team was just another cruel game to put their daughters down. And in true Dance Moms fashion, the drama exploded almost instantly. Christy, Chloe's mom, had some of the most memorable reactions, constantly calling out Abby for treating the original team unfairly. The Select Team moms, on the other hand, weren't backing down either. They believed their daughters deserved the spotlight, and they were willing to fight for it. Cue the endless screaming matches, side-eye moments, and jaw-dropping insults. The ALDC had always been competitive, but now, it felt like a full-blown war. Abby's impossible expectations for the Select Team. While Abby was thrilled about the Select Team's technical ability, she was not impressed with their ability to perform under pressure. She constantly criticized them, questioning their ability to handle the intensity of the ALDC environment. Despite bringing them in to be the better team, Abby's expectations were often impossible to meet. Cameron Beck, who was undoubtedly one of the most technically gifted dancers on the team, was frequently praised for her skill, but still couldn't escape Abby's harsh critiques. The pressure was on, and the Select Team had to prove themselves fast, something that didn't always work in their favor. Competition woes. The Select Team fails to dominate. One of the biggest problems with the Select Team was their inability to consistently outperform the original ALDC. Abby had built them up to be an elite group of dancers, but when it came down to competitions, they often fell short. One of the most shocking losses came when the Select Team went head-to-head with the Originals at a competition and lost. Abby was furious, blaming their failure on a lack of performance quality and team chemistry. The loss sent shockwaves through the group, and it was clear that the experiment was beginning to fall apart. The Sarah Reasons disaster. Abby's wrath strikes again. If there was one moment that truly defined the Select Team's downfall, it was the Sarah Reasons disaster. After a heated argument with Abby, Sarah's mother pulled her from the team mid-competition. Abby, being Abby, did not take this lightly. She unleashed one of her most vicious tirades, calling Sarah's mother unprofessional and accusing her of ruining her daughter's career. Sarah, devastated and embarrassed, was left in tears, and the Select Team took another major blow to their already crumbling unity. The downfall. Abby turns on her own creation. After weeks of ups and downs, it became clear that the select team was not working out the way Abby had planned. The tension with the original ALDC, the lack of chemistry, and the inability to dominate at competitions left Abby frustrated. Instead of continuing to push the select team forward, she slowly began to phase them out. By the end of Season 4, the select team had virtually disappeared, and the original ALDC remained intact. In the end, Abby's attempt to replace her original stars had failed. The original team had not only survived the challenge, but had come out stronger than ever. Where are the select team dancers now? While their time on Dance Moms may have been short-lived, the select team dancers went on to have successful careers in the dance industry. Many of them continued to compete at high levels, perform in professional productions, and even become dance influencers on social media. Cameron Beck, for example, continued to pursue a professional dance career and gained recognition for her incredible technique. J.C. Wilkins also found success as a competitive dancer and influencer. Despite their dramatic experience on Dance Moms, these girls proved that they had undeniable talent. Final thoughts: the select team's legacy. Looking back, the select team era of Dance Moms is one of the most fascinating and chaotic storylines in the show's history. What was meant to be an experiment to shake up the ALDC turned into a cautionary tale about loyalty, team chemistry, and the dangers of trying to replace an already established group of stars. While the select team may not have lasted, their time on the show provided fans with some of the most memorable drama-filled moments. And in the world of Dance Moms, that's really what it's all about. So, what do you think? Did Abby make a mistake with the select team, or do you think they deserved more of a chance? Let us know your thoughts on this unforgettable Dance Moms moment.